Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be showing you guys this 6'10" hybrid lockdown defender build on NBA 2K24. And this build is absolutely dominant on the defensive end. But with all of that out of the way, man, let's get started with today's video. Let's go. All right, so when making this build, you can realistically make it at 3 separate positions. You can go small forward, power forward, or center. I ended up going small forward my build, but you could do whatever you want. Height, I'm going 6'10", weight 224 pounds with a 7'7" wingspan. And then starting things off in the finishing, we're going to have a 65 driving dunk and a 90 standing dunk, which is going to get you the elite big man standing contact dunks, which are absolutely insane in this year's game, especially when you combine that with using the dunk meter. Now, a lot of people, when they do see that I have high standing dunk on my builds, they wonder why I don't put high close shot. I think mashing in this year's game is pretty dead at this point, so I don't see any reason to put high close shot on my builds, even if I'm going to be down low in the paint finishing a lot. If I'm down there, I'm going for a standing meter dunk, and if I don't get it, I hope I just get a regular contact dunk. But it's just, I'm not putting attributes into close shot. It's just not that great this year. Now let's move on to some of these finishing highlights. Now right here, when I was using this build, I was only at a 90 overall, and I only had an 81 standing dunk in all of these clips. So keep that in mind and understand that maybe if you want to drop the 90 standing dunk down to an 81, you absolutely can and still definitely be really good on this build. I think the 90 is definitely worth it, but you're seeing we're going to get a lot of really great X button standing dunks on this build. Now right here on the defensive end, going to go for the blitz, almost get it, but then my teammate's going to come blitz him again, and then we get it. We're out in transition. I'm gonna get this ball down here, and again, easy bucket. And again, in all these clips, I only had an 81 standing dunk. Now I recommend a 90, especially if you want to use the standing dunk meter. I tried standing dunk metering with an 81, and I just could not time it because there's just so many variations in animation speeds that it's hard to time it with an 81. But with a 90, you're gonna have a much bigger green window. It's going to be a lot easier to time. But as you can see, we're getting a lot of X button dunks and a lot of X button contact dunks, just like that one right there. And last finishing clip right here, going down to the paint, got a guard on me, and again, contact dunk without any issue. All right, so now moving on to the shooting, we're going to have an 84 mid-range shot, which gets you midi magician on Hall of Fame, as well as a 77 three-point shot, which is definitely easy to knock down with in this year's game. You could have a bunch of really good badges like corner specialist on silver, agent threes on bronze, and you should be able to hit shots out of the three-point line, whether it's spot ups or off of the dribble. And now moving on to the shooting highlights. Again, you're going to be a knockdown shooter from the three-point line, and I will give you guys the jump shot at the end of this shooting segment, so just stick with me. But again, you can hit shots off of the dribble as well. That is that Kevin Durant fade, and that's only something I can have because I'm starter 3. If you're not starter 3, you can't use KD fade. I try and mention that as much as I can in all of my videos, but there are still people that'll ask me afterwards saying, wait, I don't see Kevin Durant fade as an option. What happened? What happened? It's like, bro, I mentioned it like 5-6 times in the video. So if you see somebody comment that down below, say, wait, where's the KD fade? They clearly just didn't get to this part of the video. But hey, it is what it is, man. That's why you need to watch the videos, because I'm giving you important information throughout the entire thing. Here's all the animations I was using on this build, and here is the jump shot I was using as well. Base is Jonathan Isaac. This is definitely the best base for like the low to mid 3-point rating builds. And then releases, I'm just using pure Tim Duncan. It's just super easy to time. It might not be the best jump shot with this base, but I just like how easy it is to time. And now moving on to the playmaking, we're going to have a 77 pass accuracy for bronze needle threader, as well as silver break starter. And then we also have a 42 ball handle, which is just brought up by the pass accuracy. And a one important thing here is the 40 speed with ball. Now you do not have to have 40 speed with ball on your build if you make it at small forward, because you get the normal dribble style by default. But if you do end up making this build at power forward or center, I recommend you get the 40 speed with ball for that normal dribble style, because it is miles better than basic dribble style. And again, it only costs 40, so you might as well upgrade it. All right, so now moving on to the playmaking highlights. And listen, this isn't going to be a really long segment. Okay, you're going to be able to throw the break, you're going to be able to pass to people when you're open. It's 77 pass act. It's going to get the job done. Oh my goodness, you see I'm snagging. And I only have silver rebound chaser on this build at the moment, but it does get golden. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But I'm just telling you, 6'10" long arms, silver chaser is perfectly fine, baby. We're throwing breaks without any issue, and we're chucking fades in transition. Okay, cool. But yeah, 77 pass accuracy is going to be perfectly fine in all casual game modes. And unless if you're playing something like ranked or competitive pro-am, you really don't need higher than a 77 pass accuracy on a big. Sure, you can go higher. You can go for the Hall of Fame break starter and really just want to go like crazy with the breaks and crazy passes. It's totally nice to have. But if you want to put more attributes into other spots on your build, you can just go 77. All right, so now moving on to the thing that everybody came here for, the defense on this build. 82 interior defense for post move lockdown on silver, 82 perimeter defense for challenger on silver, 81 steal for interceptor on silver, which is very nice on the 6'10" max wingspan build. Then moving on to the rim protecting, we have an 87 for anchor on silver, as well as chase down artist on gold, a 70 offensive rebound combined with a 92 defensive rebound, because we don't get half box out beast on this build. But yeah, gold rebound chaser, 73 offensive rebound. Now let's move on to the defense highlights. defense. You know, that is actually so bad because for the video I showed you guys I have 93 defensive rebound, like for the build or whatever, and I just realized at that very instant when I was editing this video that I accidentally put 93 defensive rebound on this build with only an 84 strength. So I put the rebound rating for Hoffbox out. I don't even have the strength rating required to even do that in the first place. So that's a mistake on my end. Make sure you don't do that with your build. Make sure you use the updated version that you just saw there with the 92 D board, like a 73 O board. And I think I just threw the rest in the free throw. But again, man, this build defensively is going to be insane. Now, let me just telegraph you guys the first 2 games I had on this build, right? First game, boom, 7 blocks first game, right? I was like, okay, cool, this build's good defensively. All right, fantastic. Then I get into my second game. Second game, I get 5 steals and a block, okay? So you guys got to understand, defensively, you're going to be everywhere on this build, especially off ball. You're going to be able to get a lot of passing lanes. Your wingspan is massive, and you have Silver Interceptor, which is a really good combination. And with that max wingspan, you're also going to get a lot of really good chase down blocks. And all that footage you have seen so far was from the very first game. Now we're moving on to the second game on this build. There's the first passing lane steal right there. I didn't get a single steal till the second quarter. It was late in the second quarter too. So I pretty much had 5 steals in like a quarter and like a minute extra as well. Get another passing lane steal right there. Out in transition. They're cutting and yeah, there's random wreck for you. Now again, same game right here. I think I have 2 steals. This is going to be steal number 3 right here. He tries to throw a passing lane and it kind of just bounces off the chest. And hey, that's a free one right there, but they all ain't going to be free like that. We get that one right there. I'm looking like my 6'10 DB on Superstar KO on Madden. Okay, I don't think it's called Superstar KO. I think it's called Superstar Showdown or something like that. I forget the proper terminology, but you can like create players on there, and I made like a 6'10 lockdown, and this is what it's looking like, and it's looking the same on 2K as well. We're in every single freaking lane. We're a lane demon. God. All right, I apologize a little bit for that rant there. I got a little excited right there, but now I'm just right stick fucking ripper. Anyway, sorry. Shout out to Joe Knows for that one. But anyways, Jesus, I am unhinged right now. We're gonna dial it back in here for the final like minute or so of this video. Look at this right here. Get the O board and hit the poster standing dunk for pretty much a buzzer beater at the end of the quarter. Now look at this final clip right here. This is Random Wreck in a nutshell. Miss the shot, grab the offensive rebound, bring 2 defenders in, kick it back out. He gets a shot, sharp take, misses off to the right. I get the offensive rebound again, 2 defenders down again, kick it out to the open guy. He misses, grab another offensive rebound, and then there's how the possession ends. He gets the ball again, drives, goes up with his right, and hey man, I can't get every offensive rebound. But now here is the build fully maxed out. This was definitely a fun build to play on. As you can see, the physicals as well. A couple things I do want to point out. 84 strength on this build as well as an 80 vertical. That 80 vertical is essential for chase down artist on goal, so do not drop that vertical below an 80. And then when coming out of the My Player Builder, you are going to get the shades of Larry Nance, Laurie Markkinen, and Franz Wagner. Kind of weird player shades, but we're going to get the build name Hybrid Defender on this build, which is pretty freaking fire considering we're 6'10". That's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out of here. Peace.